first of all, I just want to thank you for everyone to being on this webinar. And I'm just so surprised, man, that you guys were here just about 10 minutes early. A lot of people were just logging in and calling in 10 minutes early. I'm like, wait a second. Neil was like, there's people on the line 10 minutes before the webinar. I'm like, can I get a protein shake real quick? So that just shows me that you guys are just awesome, crazy action takers are now really want to do good. And what I want to deliver to you guys today is show you basically how I get 8 out of 10 clients that comes to my facility right now is coming from basically the internet, and that's no joke. Print is on its way out. Magazines are not working that well. The search engine optimization is going to be the best thing for your website to come up when people are searching for it. Nobody's going to yellow pages no more. Those are dead. So this is where it's at, and this is something that people need to do. The sooner they realize, the better. Okay, so what we will cover in this webinar is we're going to give you a blueprint to launching your fitness business. We're going to talk about some SEO ninja strategies that work right now, and some Google updates, what's new to stay ahead of the pack, and some next things that are coming up. And then here's the thing with the SEO. A lot of people sell you SEO products, and they'll have you go build links and do this and do that, and it's just crazy out there. There's no way for someone who owns a fitness business that wants to go that deep in SEO and keep up every day of everything that changes every single day, as far as the algorithms, as far as what Google is doing. So what I like to do is just hire a person who knows what the hell they're doing, and give them some parameters for them. Hey, this is what I want to accomplish, how long, how much, and let's get it done. Because for a fitness professional to sit behind a computer and try to learn and try to be a jack of all trades, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so next. So this is the blueprints to launch your fitness business. First and foremost, you got to find a great location. I always talk about location, location, location in the real estate business, and it's no different as far as location in your fitness business. So find a great location will be the first thing to do. Second, go ahead, next. Okay, so you find a great location. This is exactly what we're doing in Chicago. So then what we want to do is run some daily deal group, like a daily deal, like something like Groupon, something like Living Social, for us to start getting some money generated, start funding that business. Okay, but some people run daily deals to make a profit. Well, you're not really doing that to make a profit. You might make a little bit of short-term profit, but the thing that you want to do, it's and this is what the smart people do, is to smart and profitable business owners run Groupon to get a client. So you want to get the client through Groupon, through Living Social, through the daily deal sites, and then be able to convert them to higher paying clients, and that's where you got to come and wow them. Okay, next is you got to dominate your local market with SEO, local geo-targeted traffic. Okay, that is so important. So let's go back real quick. Let's get a 30,000-foot view. Like, here's exactly what we did in Chicago. We have 3 boot camps. We went and got 3 awesome locations. My partners and I, negotiated the deal, got the locations, got the trainers. Then before we even opened up, we ran a Groupon, sold 905. Okay, we put the systems in place. We wowed them. We converted over 60% of them into long-term paying clients. And now, thanks to Neil, thanks to our SEO team, now we're starting to dominate the local market as far as search engine optimization and as far as getting leads from the internet. Next, please. Okay. So there's ways that you can get clients from the internet. One of the easiest and the fastest way is through what we call PPC, and this is nothing new to anybody here. The PPC stands for pay per click. Those are the sponsored ads that you see at the top of when you search for something in Google, or if you see those ads pop up to the right of Facebook, all of a sudden say, hey, click here, to get to see this and that. Those are pay per click ads, because every time somebody clicks on the link, then you get charged. Now that's the fastest way, because by the time SEO starts kicking in, usually it takes, depending on the market, and Neil is the expert on that, depending on how competitive your market is, depending what niche you're in, it's going to take a few months for you to start getting some good results on the SEO. But then again, I see Neil, you know, Neil, I was talking to Jerry this morning, um, and he said that he already been starting for working for him for about a week, and he's already got some crazy opt-ins, and I can't believe that. So it just, I guess, like I said, it depends on the market, where where that location is, and how competitive it is. But PPC is really fast. You can get in there literally, within a couple of hours, set it up and do it. The problem with PPC is that you got to know what the heck you're doing, because if you don't know what the right keywords is and don't know how to do it correctly, or you're just sending them to any old page, then you can't track it. You don't know how much money you're spending, and you can lose a lot of money. And I'm no expert in any of this pay-per-click or SEO thing. I just know how to hire experts to do it for me. And I'm not going to sit down here for for hours and hours and hours trying to learn pay-per-click and SEO. That's just not what I do. My job is to make sure I can hire the best people, have them do it for me, and put money in my pocket. Next, please. So the bottom line, okay, every dollar of investment is investing in a retirement account. It's like your egg nest. I mean, I cannot tell you how appalled I am sometimes when I talk to trainers and I see them, driving a $40,000-$50,000 car. They have like 600 pairs of shoes. They have the latest clothing, but they don't have a website up, and they don't have anything. They don't invest any money into their business. And I mean, there's nothing I can do with that. It's just like a person coming in, they're overweight, they don't feel good, they're unhealthy, but yet they cannot put the Twinkie down. They cannot put the hamburger and French fries down, for a change. I mean, this is your future. This is your business. So as long as you're investing in something that is going to give you a nice return on investment, then you have to do it all day, every day, and maybe twice on Sundays. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my ninja friend, the guy who does SEO to all my sites, the guy who knows all this, ninja stuff that I don't want to know. So Neil, take it over.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks everyone for being on the call. So what I'm going to do in the next session of this call is I'm going to very quickly walk through some ninja SEO tactics, things you can take and implement directly in your business. And more importantly, I'm going to show you what Google's requiring and what works right now. Okay, so my goal at the end of the session is hopefully you can take one or two of these strategies, implement it yourself, and hopefully get some results. Okay, so if you're starting out in a new market, as Sam said, or you're opening a new business in a new location, or maybe you've already got a website and your business is doing well, the most important thing I want to share with you is this idea that Sam spoke about geolocal keywords and hyperlocal keywords first. Okay, so Google is doing something very different in the search engines over the last 3 months. So we've been testing this and keeping an eye on it, and we found out that they're doing something really crazy and bizarre, but also it's an opportunity for you to earn some business and to get traffic. So if I were starting out right now in a new location, and this is what we've done in the Chicago market, before I go and look at all the broad keywords, I would go local first. So if you notice recently, if you type in Google Keyword Tool, Google will send you to the local Google Keyword Tool, and this is what the screen you see in front of you is just an interface of the Google Local Keyword Tool. So what do we mean by local searches first? So if I'm in Chicago and I have a boot camp, I would want to type in the word Chicago boot camp, Chicago fitness, Chicago gym, Chicago weight loss. And if I hit the search button, what I'll see is Google is now splitting results in two. The first section is whatever exact keywords that you typed on top, Google is showing you the search results for those keywords. Now, what this means is, like Chicago boot camp, has 4,400. Look at the word Chicago fitness, has close to 50,000 searches a month. Chicago gym. These are the local keywords that I would write blog posts on and would rank in Google because I would end up getting all the traffic. So this is what we mean by going hyper local first. Now, a lot of campaigns that I'm involved in, where some of the fitness trainers are already doing extremely well, I find that there's a golden opportunity to go ahead and find these geo-targeted long-tail keywords because they're easier to rank for and they will give you very targeted traffic. So this is a huge opportunity that most people miss. The second idea, the concept that I want to give you here is that when you type in your local keywords, Google will also suggest additional keywords that you can use to drive traffic. So for example, I typed in the word Chicago gym, okay, and what Google is showing us is the word Chicago gyms, the plural version of that word. So these keywords represent searches, and look at this, Chicago gyms, over 12,100 searches for that particular keyword, okay. Boot Camp Chicago, which is different from Chicago Boot Camp, has 4,400 searches. Chicago Boot Camps with the S has 1,900 searches. Gym Chicago has 2,200 searches. So what you can see is by just going in and typing your local keywords, you're going to have huge opportunities to identify long tails and then use these long tails to dominate in your market. And Google is now using their keyword tool to actually split the results in two so you can get a better view of them. Okay, so how do you actually use this? So here's a step-by-step method of finding the keywords in your local marketplace now to take advantage of this. So the step one, what you do is you type in your city, like in my case I typed in Chicago and I typed in the keyword boot camp or weight loss. Step two is not only should you consider your city, you should consider neighboring cities as well, okay, within a 10-mile radius of Chicago, because some people travel, and also the more neighboring cities you have, the more your ads or your web pages will start showing up. So if I live in Chicago, I can dissect it by area. For example, Lincoln Park, West Loop Chicago, the city of Chicago, and then I could use the word boot camp, boot camps, etc. So now what this doing is it's giving me more keyword opportunities to find what people are searching for so I can get them into my gym. Step three I would want to do is I would take these keywords that I would manually put together and put them into the Google keyword tool that I showed you. Okay, and what Google will do is then it will suggest keywords for you. Now here's a ninja little step. So let's assume you went in and you found all the keywords that you'd like to rank for, and you're running out of keywords, or more importantly, the keywords that you're ranking for do not have searches in them. How do you go about finding more searches? So what I would do is I would type in the word Chicago Boot Camp. For example, I would make a list of all the top 10 pages that will appear in the Google search. I will look at all my competition. I will go in and analyze their keywords. Now, one tool you can use is Keyword Spy. Keyword Spy has a free version and a paid version of the tool. I would go in and type in the keyword, for example, Chicago Boot Camp. Keyword Spy would list out all your competitors and show you what keywords you're ranking for. It's a really, really ninja way of finding out more keywords in your neighborhood that others are ranking for that maybe you didn't figure out, and there's more opportunities for you to go in and build a bigger keyword list so you can rank at the end of the day. And the final step that I tell most of my clients to do is, before or while running a Google SEO campaign, what you want to do is to run some Facebook ads. So what you want to do is spend $50 or $100. Okay, you open up a Facebook or a Google pay-per-click account, like Sam mentioned early on. And remember, we're only doing this for a test. We put in a few keywords, we run some ads for $50 to $100, and what you would find is Google will give you all the local keywords and will tell you how many impressions there are for the keyword. So you would find or uncover golden nugget keywords that you previously wouldn't do. So step one in this process that I've just listed out, a step-by-step guide for you, is trying to find hyperlocal keywords. Now, here's what I want to share with you that's kind of brand new and very few people know about. What usually you will hear from SEO gurus or people in the marketplace, they'll tell you when you're searching in the city of Chicago, for example, don't go for the word weight loss because it's too broad. You're never going to rank for it. It makes no sense at all, right? Because that keyword has so much searches, it could be all over the country. So why would you go after the word weight loss? Okay, a better keyword in that situation may be Chicago weight loss. So step one is you would definitely go after the keyword Chicago weight loss. But here's what's happening, which is kind of new and we've been keeping a close eye on. If I type in the word weight loss in Google and hit the search button, which I did, the first results that come up here is WebMD. Medicinenet, MayoClinic.com. Now, obviously, these are huge sites, and we could spend years and years and years and never compete with them, right? So part of that idea is true. Typing in weight loss, we're not going to be able to rank and get traffic. But notice something very interesting happening down the second half of this page. You have a news result, okay? But look at the Google local listings are showing up for weight loss, okay? Jenny Craig, Chicago Nutritionist, South Michigan Avenue, East Superior Street, Wabash Avenue. All of these local listings are opportunities for you for weight loss. So if you live in Chino or you live in California and you type in weight loss, you're going to get local results appearing for that broad keyword weight loss. Now here's something more interesting that's happening. Let's look down the page. Okay, you would think that the sites that appear down the page would be national sites and you would not be able to rank or get traffic on this keyword. But you'll notice chicago.citysearch.com, yelp.com, chicagoweightlosscontrol.com. So what Google is doing right now is that over the last few months is, even though you may have a broad keyword that appears nationally, Google is finding local results and showing local results for your city to appear on this. Now, this is something brand new, and I just want you to think about it. You know, you would only use the strategy after you've exhausted all the geolocal keywords that we just spoke about previously. But if you are looking for more traffic and you're looking to dominate, you would now start looking at these bigger term keywords, because these bigger term keywords are not only going to show results from across the country, they're going to show results in your specific city. And Google is getting very good at finding the local sites to make them rank for these big tail keywords. So we've been paying close attention to this. We've been working with this. And one caution I will give you, though, is that in order for your local site to appear for these big keyword terms, it does take a little extra work and SEO work, and there's specific things you need to add into the content of the post so that it ranks locally for the broad tail keyword searches. Okay, but I just want to share with you this brand new strategy. Don't believe everything you hear out in the marketplace, and then certainly, you know, you want to take advantage of going after broad tail keywords, and if you do it right and you put the right keywords in there, they'll start appearing for local search results. Okay, so strategy one is actually finding the right keywords can you rank. But I just want to stop you for a moment. You know, we're throwing a lot at you at this webinar this morning, and a lot of you may have heard this before or understood this before. But my question for you right now is, do you really know your ninja keywords for your local market? You know, even though you may think you do, you know, I would certainly encourage you to go out, use the keyword tool, and it doesn't hurt you from doing this exercise again to finding new keywords that you can outsmart your competition. You may have heard it, but this is something really key to help your business grow and get the traffic that you need. Okay, so now that you've got your keywords, in order to create this SEO tidal wave of traffic so you can literally take over your market in your neighborhood, we're going to get a little crazy here today, okay? Most people, when they do SEO, is they'll hire an SEO consultant or they'll do it, and the pages will rank on the first page of Google, but the problem is they do not have any traffic on their page, or people will come to the page and the bounce rate, people leave and the bounce rate goes up and there's no conversions on the page. So the most critical thing, if you want to create an SEO tsunami or get so much of clients that you can handle like Sam is getting literally on a monthly basis from his website, the key question is, does your site convert, and do you know that? Because without that site converting, no matter how much of SEO you have, it's not going to save you. So here's what I want to do. I want to share with you for the first time some live results that we've done in Chicago. No one has seen this before, so you know, we're pretty excited about sharing that with you this morning. So let's take this website, which is Chi-Town Bootcamps. It's a website that Sam and I and three other partners are working on in Chicago. So if you just look at this website, right, we've got the logo, we've got some banners on the top, we've got a video, we've got a call to action, click to take your $1 offer. Then we've got a strong headline. Craig is one of our business partners, and we have a sales copy. And the sales copy gives social proof. We give videos and testimonials. And then at the very end, we've got a bit of a guarantee and add to cart button, call now, and we've got blog, terms and conditions, privacy policy, etc. So here's my question for you if you're listening on the call this morning. Do you think this page converts well? Number one. And number two, where do you think people are clicking on this page? Right? So I'm going to ask you that question, and I'm going to reveal the results to you in a second. Now, the more important question for you is, do you have a top converting page? Is it designed well? And where are people taking action on your page? Where are they clicking? Where are they converting? Where are they taking action? Because if you don't have one, you creating this SEO tidal wave is going to be a bit of a struggle. Now, in order to answer this question for you, so take a second or two in front of you, just jot it down in your mind. Just guess where people are clicking based on the pages you have. Now, here's what we've done. We went to a website called crazyegg.com. Okay, so it's www.crazyegg.com. What Crazy Egg does, which is different from Google Analytics. Google Analytics gives you stats about your site and tells you how many people opt-ins, etc. Crazy Eggs records, it's like taking a video and someone standing over our website and doing a video recording and showing us where people are actually clicking on our website. So it's giving us a visual heat map of what's working on our web page, what's not working, where people are clicking. So here's the results we're going to share for the first time, which we've never done before. Okay, for the Chi-Town Bootcamp's homepage, we installed Crazy Egg on it. Okay, we had 140 visits over a 2-day period, and on this 140 visits, we had 102 clicks over to the shopping cart while we were running this Groupon promotion, and we ran it after that as well. Okay, so over a day period, Crazy Egg came back and said, okay, people started clicking on your logo. So who would have thought that people will actually click and look at the logo? Because when I'm looking at building up a website, I don't even think logos matter, and they typically don't do. Okay, but here's what's also very important: people are clicking on the banner, the before and after testimonial screenshots at the very, very top of the page, which is very interesting. We never had this before, and all of a sudden is that people are visually attracted to testimonials, before and after testimonials. Now, what I thought was the video would get the most clicks, but the videos are getting some clicks, but we're quite excited about this, where the actual banner we had, click here to register to sign up for your Groupon right now, or click here to sign up for $1 trial, was getting the most amount of clicks. So we're quite excited about that. And what it's telling you is that you need to design something above the fold. So it's just confirming that designing a good opt-in page above the fold, having testimonials above the fold, is something that's important, which I never knew. I thought having testimonials down were more important. Paying attention to the graphic here. The graphic is a very different color because the graphic sticks out. If you notice how the page layout is designed, we had a blue background but a gold graphic, and this thing sticks out with the 2 arrows in it. So this seems to be working. The other interesting thing is you want to look at the headline. Okay, Chi-Town Bootcamp's guarantee. So there's a lot of clicks on the headline. People were visually looking at this, and then obviously they clicked on Craig's name, trying to figure out who he is. Now, I'm not going to go through the rest of the pages. You can go to Chi-Town Bootcamps and see it. But the rest of the testimonials we had and the video testimonials, although they were important, there were very few clicks or views on that according to Crazy Egg. But here's what's also interesting. This big blue guarantee visual button we had here. Sam's idea was to create something big and bold that sticks out in your face because he's tested it and used it before. And what do you know? People were actually clicking on the guarantee and looking at the guarantee. And if you notice here, we made the guarantee personal by adding the person's name. So that was a very important part. And then lastly, what I want to show you before we move on is that at the very end of this page, click here to register for the Groupon. So people were clicking on that. We recapped the deal for them. But look at the very bottom of the page. This is also very, very important. You want to have a contact number here at the bottom. That's where people were clicking on. But more importantly, people were also clicking on the blog. So if you don't have a blog on your website or your sales page doesn't have that, consider that. They're also clicking on the About Us to learn more. Never knew that. We had a compensation disclosure. Why people were clicking on that, I have absolutely no idea. And then finally, the Contact Us page, which kind of makes sense. People want to contact you, want to learn more about you. So what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks here is spending more time on the About Us page, the Contact Us page, maybe putting a banner in there or optimizing that for more conversions. Okay? So if you do not have a high converting site, I would strongly recommend looking at some of the results we got from Crazy Egg, or more importantly, implement Crazy Egg yourself on your website, and you can see visually what's going on, and you can take advantage of that in building up your SEO tsunami. Okay, one thing I do want to talk about that's very, very important is, content drive traffic. Without content, there's no traffic. You can't SEO the page, and when you do SEO the page, people will go away if they don't like the content on your website or won't take action. And this is something that I've been seeing on a lot of websites, and a lot of trainers have been neglecting. And if you can just pay attention to this, I think you're going to have more of an advantage right now than other trainers in your market, and you can really do well. Google has just around February this year, they just released the panda from the jungle, right? And the pandas are going out there in the internet marketing world and just killing everyone's website. So I want to prove that to you. There's a company called Systrix Visibility Index. They do a ranking of all different sites and websites on the internet, and they look at their traffic, the keywords, their ranking, etc. But the long and short of this is, all of you are familiar with ezine Articles. ezine Articles is a site where you can go in, you can put content and links back to your website. Before Google releasing this Panda update or releasing the panda from the jungle, ezine Articles had about 184,000 keywords that they were ranking on the first page of Google. So if you typed in a specific keyword, ezine Articles used to show up on that. Okay. What happened is, after this Panda update, they went from 184,000 to 54,000 keywords that were ranking on the first page. They literally lost 1/3 of their traffic overnight because of this Panda update. Now, ezine has a lot of content. They have a lot of good content, but they also have a lot of poorly written content, and Google just went in and wiped it out. Hub Pages. Let's look at Hub Pages. They had 152,000 keywords ranking on the first page of Google. They went down to something like 50,000. So the traffic just got slaughtered in the search engines. Okay. So what does that mean for you? So I went into Google and tried to figure out how can we use this and turn this around to our advantage, okay? So for those of you who want to go read this, go directly to Google Webmaster Central blog. So type in Google Webmaster Central blog, and they'll show you an entire write-up. But I just want to read one extract for you. And what they're saying is that one other specific piece of guidance we offered is that low quality content on some parts of a website can impact the whole site's rankings, and thus removing low quality pages, merging or improving the content of individual shallow pages into more useful pages, or moving low quality pages to a different domain could eventually help the rankings of your higher quality content. Okay, so saying this in another way is that Google is looking for high quality content on your website. So if you're just writing one or two paragraphs, you're throwing content with spelling errors, grammar errors, and Google stated this on their blog. How we determine something is low quality: bad grammar errors, bad spelling errors, content that's copied and used across multiple domains, not content that's not unique. If you have a low quality site, your site has the opportunity, the ability to drop down in the rankings. And even if you're building links and SEOing the site moving forward, it's going to be very difficult to rank the site. So one advantage or one idea or thought that I want to give you right now, you'll see some sites are ranking high and some sites are not ranking high, and you're going to wonder, hey, I'm doing more work than someone else, what's going on? If you start focusing on quality content, you are literally going to start dominating your market. So quality content plus links is the SEO ninja strategy, to really getting all the traffic you need. Now, the next part of the equation, as Sam said, is SEO and link building. So getting onto the first page of it, after you have high quality content, link building is the key. And I don't want to go into a whole link building seminar with you. I'll be happy to do that. I'm crazy passionate about this stuff. But if you're using an SEO firm, or you are doing this yourself to get high traffic rankings, I just want to give you the very essence of link building. There's not 50,000 things that's going to make a difference to you. And I'm giving you my secrets here. They're going to sound so simple and trivial, but how you apply them is going to give you the results. So what really matters in link building? How do you get rankings so fast? And then Sam was talking about an example of a client that we got rankings for in about a week. depending on the market and where you are. And here's what I do. Here's the absolute ninja strategy, right? The most important things are, if you look at links and SEO, links are like votes. The more people vote for a person in an election, the better the chances of them, winning the election, whether it's a local or national election. So here's what Google does. It looks at your page and it says, okay, are there a lot of links from different websites? So, one website can have 100 links from pointing it from one website, or another site can have 100 links pointing it from 100 different websites. The site that have 100 links pointing from 100 different websites is going to rank faster than the site with 100 links pointing from one website to it. So what Google is saying is, the more sites that link to me, the better IP diversity, meaning, different websites have different IP addresses. So the more websites with lot more links pointing to it, the higher it ranks your site. Number two is the links need to be relevant. In 2008 and 2007, you could point links from about any old site. You can point a link from a gambling site, or you can point a link from a business marketing site to your fitness marketing site, and Google will rank your blogs high. What they're doing is right now it says sometimes those things don't make sense. So if you have a fitness site and you're pointing weight loss links or anything medical related or fitness related or bootcamp related, those are called relevant links. The more relevant links you have that relates to your site, the higher your site is going to rank. Okay, and then finally, you need to have anchor text, meaning if you're writing for the word Chicago Bootcamp, the site that's pointing a link back needs to say Chicago Bootcamp in it. And you can't have that only anchor text. You need to mix it up with different anchor text links. Okay, so I'm running through this very quickly, but if you want to become an SEO ninja overnight and get more traffic, here's the real secret. Tactics may come and go, and there'll always be a new tactic, and Google's always doing something new and different. But if you just follow these simple rules, get links from sites that relate to your blog, get links from many different sites as opposed to one site, and if you can vary up your anchor text links pointing back, you're going to have tons of high quality pages ranking on the page one of Google for you. Okay, so finally, the latest update I want to give you, and if I'm giving you too much today, I apologize, but I really want to let you know what is going on in the marketplace right now. Okay, finally, just as Google has been doing all these updates and crazy things with the Google search index and people's websites, Google is now unleashed the same strategy on YouTube. So if you haven't been paying attention to the news, this is literally brand new. For those of you who don't know who ProBlogger is probably one of the biggest websites on the internet. This gentleman received thousands of unique hits millions of unique hits. He's been online. He's a guru. He's helped people blogging and teaching them what to do. He's been online for over 10 years, and he's literally huge. And he runs a multi-million dollars online, $1 million business, and he's one of the biggest internet marketers online. He's got hundreds of videos on YouTube, and what happened was high quality videos, something that's really good, not spam, very high quality. And he wrote a post on his blog, "Dear YouTube, you broke my heart," an open letter to YouTube. So basically, he woke up and Google suspended all his videos on his account without any rhyme or reason or without any explanation for it. There was an uproar. People went and started blogging, posting, commenting, and telling YouTube basically that's wrong. His YouTube video account is now back live, but he was very fortunate because he had a huge following. If you go into the Warrior Forum or you just type in YouTube meltdown, you will see people's accounts are getting suspended every single day. In fact, I had one or two test accounts that I use. I was pushing the envelope testing. Google or YouTube has just went ahead and suspended my video account. Why am I telling you this? Video is a very important SEO strategy because it receives 1 billion hits a month, and you can get a lot of good qualified targeted traffic if you're doing YouTube videos properly. The second reason I'm telling you this is that not only can you get your page to rank on the first page of Google, you can get your video to rank on the first page of Google as well. So people will usually click a video first before they click a web page. lots of high quality traffic. So you can use this in your SEO tidal wave strategy just to get a ton of traffic. Okay, so this is brand new. This is literally coming out. So here's how to protect your account. If you have a YouTube account, and you're going to see more and more of this as we get along in the next 6 months, and to get ahead of your competition, just make sure there's no duplicate videos on your account. Okay, so you're not taking video from one account and you're putting it into a completely different YouTube video account, making unrealistic claims and headlines. So just how Google, if you know the multi-level marketing industry, they completely wiped out. If you look at weight loss market, the truth about abs, they wiped out their videos as well, and I think they just brought it back. All the big weight loss marketers online are getting their YouTube video accounts suspended, and it's because of the specific claims in the ads. If you have music, sometimes you do a boot camp and you have commercial music that may violate certain conditions. They may pull it down. We're not too sure yet. We're looking into this more to figure out why YouTube is now suspending accounts. So we're going to do a whole lot more testing on this, and then hopefully in the next month we can give you a better idea as to why accounts are getting suspended. So here's a bottom line for you. I want you to look at this in a very positive light. The weight loss niche, multi-level marketing, business opportunity niches, these are the niches that are on the high radar for YouTube. Okay, they're just going in, and in these three niches, they're just suspending people's accounts for absolutely no reason at all. Doesn't matter how many videos you have. So the caution that I want to give you is that your video accounts are always there. You're getting a whole lot of traffic, and on all your competitors' videos are getting wiped out. Is that be careful about the headlines you're using on the videos. Okay, if you're using a headline, make sure the video has the content talking about the headline. So you can't write a headline saying, lose 20 pounds in 10 days, and then have something about different food types that you need to eat to lose weight. Okay, so the headline must correspond with the video, and make sure that you're not making any exceptional claims that no one can believe, because who knows why Google is or YouTube is doing what they're doing. So I really want to protect you. I want to help you. I want to share this information with you. YouTube is an awesome ninja strategy. So let's make sure we're doing the right things to help you build your traffic. And then finally, this is kind of like a backup strategy, something you need to think about. If you haven't got a YouTube account, open one, start putting in videos. If you already got a YouTube account and hundreds of videos, it's not a bad idea to open up a second YouTube account right now and putting any new videos you have in there and opening up and start building a second YouTube channel. The reason I would encourage that is, a lot of fitness trainers may have a second site or a third site, or maybe have different landing pages. So you can have those YouTube videos promoting to landing pages, and if one video account fails for whatever reason, YouTube suspends them, you have a backup plan in place, which is always a good thing, to help you. Okay, so just like your website, a ninja strategy here is to rank your YouTube videos like you rank the website, and the way to do that is to build links to your YouTube videos. If you build links, you will get your videos up on the first page of Google for your geo-targeted keywords. And then finally, embed clickable links. You can now go in and put an ad inside the video so people can click directly on the video and come directly to your website. And we'll probably share more of that in the next video, in the next session we have. So that's it in terms of prepared comments. What I want to do right now is I want to open up the lines a little bit. If you want to talk live to Sam or to me, or if you have any technical questions, here's what I want you to do. I want you to raise your hands, and then I'll open the line, and then I'll mute the line. Or alternatively, what I'd like for you to do is type in your comments in the comment box, and what I'll do is I will get Sam to answer them for you, and we'll take them from there. So go ahead and type your comments in the comment box, or raise your hands, and I'll look around to see if you want to talk to us live. Okay, so we have a first comment from Chris. Hey Chris, thanks. Okay, yeah, we will make a recording of the call and the PowerPoint presentation later on after the webinar is over. So we'll get that back to you. AC, they click on the Groupon button on the right-hand corner. AC, I'm not sure what the question, if you had one, but the Groupon button is in the top right hand side, that big orange bold button that we've had, which is the Groupon banner. They click and they go directly into the shopping cart in there. Sam, do you want to have any final comments while we're waiting for more questions and people raising their hands? Sam, can you hear me? Okay, it seems like we've. Sam, I know you're talking, but for some reason, um, the voice is not coming through on the mic.
Is it better now?
Oh, yeah, thank you, Sam.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind making a few comments, and then for those of you who have any questions, please go ahead and type it or raise your hands, and we'll get to you.
No, one of the things that I want to really stress was the fact that uh, when you talk about video marketing, is that you have done tremendous with my videos. I mean, a lot of my videos, you have multiple videos for me on the first page, sometimes as much as like three or four. And, people are a lot more likely to click on a video link than they would do on a regular link. So that right there, I don't know how you do it. Like I said, I don't care how you do it. That your video ninja strategies are off the chain, and I think people who are not doing video marketing, as far as getting it ranked on the first page of Google and try to get it ranked for that, I think they're leaving too much money on the table. And that's why I just want to mention that that's done tremendous for me.
Awesome, thanks. Sam, we do have one question from AC. He wants to know how to get a hold of you to discuss sending clients or the webinar. Any questions he has from this
Yeah,
webinar.
it's real easy. My email is sam at fit concepts concepts.com.
Okay, I've typed it um, in the question box below, so hopefully most of you can see that or copy that. Again, if you have a question, raise your hands or type them in the question box below. I think we just piled on too much of information this week. Seems like information overload, but thanks, AC. My pleasure. Yeah, we'll give everyone maybe another 30 seconds. If you have a question, we'll take them, or if you want to talk live, you can raise your hand and we'll do that. If not, we will call it a day. Oh, okay. Um, Sam, there's a question for you. In the last webinar, you guys mentioned that you have sending traffic to the Groupon deal. Can you share some details how you did that?
Okay, well, there's many different ways that you can send traffic to the Groupon deals. I think one of the most efficient ways and the cheapest ways is that to start posting it on everybody's wall. So I know, like Craig and Dustin and Jamie in Chicago, they have a whole bunch of people that are, their clients and their clients' friends and all that. They want to, people that are local, they went in and posted that um, into the wall. And I think, Neil, I think you even actually, sent pay-per-click campaign through Facebook through the deal too, didn't you?
Yeah, what we did was we did two. We did a Facebook campaign and we did a Google campaign, and we sent them directly to the Groupon page because let's face it, Groupon's a conversion machine. They will convert better than Mosite because people trust it. So we just bought pay-per-click traffic. Now here's what we did: we ran the pay-per-click campaign a day before the actual Groupon deal ran, because what happens is Groupon will give you the link, the page link, the day before. So we just bought traffic and we just sent it directly, and
Yeah, and
it worked out well. Yeah.
one thing that I do that also that works really well is the fact that people who've been prospects for me before, or people who are clients that haven't been coming in, I use a lot of text marketing and mobile marketing, so I send them a text, to say, hey, we had this, Groupon special, so Make sure you go check it out, and that also helps a lot with the with getting people to that Groupon page.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That text marketing was pretty big for us too because I know Dustin and Craig and all of them sent out text messages, a lot of text messages. They were just posting a ton of them before that campaign. Okay, Eric, you have your hands raised. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute you, and you can say hi and ask your questions directly to Sam. Eric, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, Eric. Thanks for being on the call. We appreciate it. If you have a questions, go ahead and shoot.
Yeah, I just had a question if you guys were planning on doing a webinar on Facebook ads or not.
A webinar on Facebook ads. We haven't planned on it, but I guess we could do one. People like Josh Carter and things like that. They're the ones that are really done a lot of stuff on Facebook and Facebook ads and things like that. I don't know if that's something that Neil wants to get into it. That hard or anything like that. That's up to Neil.
I think what we'll do, Sam. Maybe I'm just brainstorming with you. Then Eric's on the call is. Let's see what topics people would like to hear more about, and then maybe we can even bring Josh or someone on the call. We'll try
Absolutely.
to get specialists on the call, to help complement, uh, what topics are quite engaging. So maybe we'll send out a survey and ask people directly what they'd like to hear more about, and we'll run some experiments and bring the right people in. Makes sense. Okay, awesome. Is that it, Eric? Do you have any more questions you'd like to ask?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. We appreciate it. So I'm just gonna mute you for a second. Okay. We have a question from Damien. When you did the crazy egg, did you check people's websites that use client video testimonials as where they pointed Sam's website for his concept? No. Okay, so Damien asked the question: do we check other people's websites with Crazy Egg? Did we test it for video testimonials? Or we run it on Sam's website? Damien, before you get me into trouble with Sam, I'll just respond to that. I only ran it on Chicago Chi-Town boot camps right now. We did not run it on Sam's website because Sam's website converts really well, and we modeled Sam's website for Chi-Town boot camps. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. And Sam already knows what converts and what doesn't. So all we did was we ran Crazy Egg to test whether that thing was working in the Chicago market, and it was working well. Okay. Now what I showed you was the top part of the website and the bottom part, and where people were clicking. Throughout the website, video testimonials and other testimonials, there were some intermittent clicks, but not many as I expected it. And the other thing is, we only showed you Crazy Eggs for 140 clicks, which was ran over a 2-day period. I did that to give you some awesome value for this webinar. So if we run it a little longer, we can probably test it. Now, you raise an extremely good point with Crazy Egg. If I were you, if you're running Google pay-per-click ads or Facebook ads, you can create a landing page with a video testimonial with an opt-in next to it. You can put Crazy Egg in there, and you can use Crazy Egg to check whether that testimonial work or doesn't work, or the conversion of that page. That's how I would use it. In fact, I'll go ahead and I'll test that anyway. And if we have time next month, I'll show some of the results of how we're testing videos. But we didn't specifically test for a testimonial, Damien, to answer your question. We want to test the entire page, and Crazy Egg are just showing us anywhere on that page what people uh, were actually clicking on. Sam, anything to add to that from a conversion?
No, I think Crazy Egg is an awesome tool because now you don't have to guess where people are going, where people are clicking. You see it right there. It's like a heat lamp, shows you where they are, and that's one awesome conversion tool that you can use to do that. Then again, like I said, I cannot stress enough that this is nothing that you guys want to get into that deeply. If you guys are here on a call because you want to get more clients and you want to make more money getting more clients and running your fitness business, then you have no business going in there and installing Crazy Egg and trying to learn Crazy Egg and trying to learn SEO and trying to learn PPC and things like that. That will take you away from your business. that you will not make any money. You will not. So I just cringe when I hear people say, "Well, I want to learn how to build links and I want to learn how to do PPC," and that's not your business. Your people, your business. If you're a fitness studio owner, a personal trainer, a boot camp owner, your business is go around people, network, meet as many people as you can, shake hand, kiss babies, and just be the face of that, and hire the best people for the most reasonable price to get you the results you want as far as the SEO, as far as the PPC, as far as the conversion and all that. I cannot, like I said, I cannot stress enough, the reason that I've been so successful is because I don't get in there and try to figure out, oh, what will be the best SEO strategies I can learn right now? What will be the best PPC that will learn right now? What I do is I know what needs to be done, and I find out who's the best at it for the most reasonable price. I give them parameters to work by, and I let them do it. And that I encourage you to do the same thing. Please, please. That's what I see a lot of people, a lot of personal trainers do wrong. I mean, I I'll never forget. I went to a conference, man. And I was talking to a personal trainer, and this person had like five or six clients total. But here they were asking me conversion questions, and they were asking me traffic questions, and they were asking me all this very, very minute detailed stuff that they shouldn't even be concentrating on. Okay, so again, these are some cool like information just to know, but then again, like I said, hire the best people and the best things, technical people to do it. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it without Neil. And I won't recommend you tackling this by yourself. I tried my hand at PPC for like a day. I think I lost like $1,000 in like 3 hours. So it's way, it's definitely worth the weight in gold.
Thanks, Sam. Sam, the next question, and I'm gonna combine a few questions. This come from AC, Zach, and one or two other individuals, and I'll push this one over to you. Are you guys taking on new clients for SEO? What is the protected radius?
Well, as far as the protected radius is, I think we have like a 10-mile radius that we're going to give people. Here's what we don't want to do. Neil is one of the most ethical persons that I know. And I mean, and it's funny because he even turned another person that I know down, and because they were somewhere near me, they weren't even that close to me. I didn't even care. But he's that type of person that he doesn't sell arms to both people. He's going to either help one person or help another person. And as far as more SEO clients, man, I mean, I don't know, Neil, you're pretty full. Is this that's up to you. I don't, that's something that we what we try to do is we don't try to take on 50 million people at one time and then deliver bad service. We want to just get a few people, get them results, get them at the top, and leave it at that. So Neil, I don't know where you're at as far as that.
Well, Sam, if you don't mind, again, we're just brainstorming. We haven't even thought about this. If you don't mind, to make it easier to move the call along, if someone's interested, do you mind if they just send you an email directly, and just tell you which city they are, and then we can figure out from there whether it makes sense or whether we have an opportunity available
Sure.
in that particular location, and then when we will be able to do that. Is that okay, Sam?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, my email is sam@fitconcepts.com.
I got one or two crazy egg questions. Thanks, Damien. I appreciate it, and thanks for being on the call. I know Damien's out in Ireland, and it's probably late evening for him, so really appreciate you being on the call. If you have any crazy egg questions, I'm not going to go into any technical detail. It's very easy to use. There is a monthly membership fee. I think it's like $19 or $20, but it's definitely worth it. Go to Crazy Egg, sign up. You can pretty much install it. Or if you have any questions, or if you need a tutorial video or two, I'll be happy to create one for you and put that up onto the Super Trainer website if there's a need for that and there's a lot of requests for that. We'll try to maybe put a simple video tutorial just to help as many people as we can. So that's it for the Crazy Egg question. So let us know when Sam posts this video out. Please go under the video on the webinar and type in what topics you'd like. Type in any questions you have, what additional help you may need, and no promises, but we'll do our best, whatever we can, to share more information and live results with you. Sam, I think that's it. I think we've done well. We've done it in an hour this time, which is great. We respect everyone's time. You guys have been fantastic, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone for being on this call and being on this webinar. And every month we're going to just bring you some cutting edge stuff and stuff that I'm doing in the business, and that stuff that Neil's helping me with, and what basically out there works in the trenches. Things that real trainers do that has actually have real businesses that that are out there making it happen. So I really appreciate you guys. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you, and everybody has my email now. Make sure you go to my website, super-trainer.com, and opt in to get on my email list. And looking forward to working with you guys and see you guys in the future. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.